Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. And on today's episode, I'm going to show you a breakdown of a trade I took on Friday based on ICT entry models. And right here, it was on a 1 minute time frame, and I will break it down for you, pretty much top-down analysis. So let's get started right here. I promise I won't take too long for this video. I'm not even going to add an intro on this. I really don't want to waste much of your time. So right here, what is the first thing I'm seeing? This actual break, this sell side liquidity right here from this low. I'm on H4. If I go also on the daily right here, we see that we have this lows being swept, this low being swept right there, right? This was actually on Thursday. It was very late in the afternoon, so I was not interested on looking for an entry just right there. So if you go on the 1 hour, let's go ahead and just check it on the 1 hour. Right here. So we see the price actually swept that low. It was on Thursday around 3 p.m. So it was dropping. And then, of course, we got into Asian session, then London session. And then right here, this was actually what was happening on Friday. So I'm gonna go somewhere here. You guys know I normally trade New York session. I don't trade any other session. I only try to focus on New York session. So I'm going to tell you what I was seeing here. First, on the 1 hour, there was a zone. Now, pay attention to what happened, because you're going to see now that even SMC traders or beginners from SNC, from Smart Money Concept, they most likely got played out right here in this one. Okay. If you see that there's actually a supply right here, right? A little supply in this area. Okay. And to be honest, I was not interested in taking sales on Friday. I was not interested in taking sales. I was thinking that price would actually go up a little bit. Maybe I wasn't expecting that much. That's why I was actually looking on the 1 minute time frame, because all I wanted to do is catch just a small position, a small buy. I didn't want it to hold anything throughout the weekend or anything like that. I just wanted to scalp it, right? And I know we have, New York session is about to start, and I know we're getting close to the supply. So, one of two things is going to happen. I'm looking to buy, like I'm interested in buy, right? But not yet. I want to see more confluences in my direction. I want to see some liquidity being swept, right? Why am I interested in buying? Because on Thursday, very late in the afternoon, we have that swept from that very strong low, right, in the past. So if I see a sweep from a previous low, I'm normally, based on this ICT entry model, I'm now looking for a potential buy, but not just like that, right? I just won't be buying just because it swept that low. No, I want to see the confluences I want. So I'll show you right what was happening. By going on the 5 minute time frame right here, let's see and wait by the time. Let's see when New York session opens. So New York session opens right here. You see that gray zone right there that marks off my session. So what I was seeing from here, I was like, okay, well, New York session is just sweeping London high, right? And from here, basically, there's an entire consolidation. We can see that even from here, like if you go like this, hold on, this entire zone, right here, this lows, especially this low from London, right there. Like if I want to buy, I want to see this lows, sort of this lows being swept. Or hey, we have another liquidity zone right there. Probably price would go to this one. So I'm not interested in looking for sales. Like I don't want to go selling from here. I don't care whatever happens. I was not interested in looking for sales. Okay. So I was just literally waiting. And I was also watching at the same time on 5 minute time frame. I was watching S&P 500. I will show you here. What I was looking right here. I was also monitoring S&P 500 at the same time, so kind of wanted to see if I spot a divergence. So I'm going to show you what and where the divergence was actually formed. So I'm waiting at this point. I know price is going into that supply, and I just want to see what the reaction is going to be. So look at that. So we're having that strong push to the downside. And I was like, okay, holy crap. Well, probably it's gone. That's it for me. Maybe it's not going to give me another opportunity because I wanted to buy. I didn't want it to sell. I wanted to buy that day. So I'm just waiting and waiting. I just want to see what is going to happen. Is it going to continue dropping? My zone is still there, anyways. That liquidity area. So I'm waiting, and boom, this happens. When I see this happening on the 5 minute time frame, right there, I was checking on S&P, right? I was actually checking on S&P, and this move was going, price actually pushed up very strong to the upside. So this is Nasdaq. You see, price swept that previous low, and when you go on S&P, this low is this low right here. But you see, S&P never swept that low. It respected that low. So that's telling me that we have S&T divergence, right? So I have another confluence. That's cool. This is starting to tell me, hey, Eduardo, get prepared for a potential buy. That's what this is telling me, all right? Now, what I did was I went on a 1 minute time frame right here, and we can clearly see the move. We can see price action, right? Let me put this thing here as sell side liquidity right here. All right, beautiful. So you see, I'm seeing the sweep. I'm not going to be buying right away. No, that's not what I want to see. I want the market. I want the price to show me displacement, and if anything, I see there's a market structure shift would happen somewhere above there. You see, this is one. We have one move, correction, move, right? So we have an impulse right here. This move is called, this is the manipulation move, basically from there, from this high to this low. This is the manipulation move so far, right? Because that's the move that is causing the break of this low right there, that sell side liquidity, right? So what am I waiting? I'm waiting for, I want to see before, if I'm thinking to buy, I want to see displacement to the upside, causing a market structure shift, and I want to see a fair value gap, and I want to use my Fibonacci as well to see if I'm on discount, right? Because I want to buy from discount. So I'm waiting, patiently waiting, and this thing is start to show up. Look at that strong push, right? It's not just one little move. No, we have boom, 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 even 3 candles to the upside, right? Just right there, ICT marks this up. Boom. You have, normally this is where your head start thinking, and you're like, okay, this is the time for me to start looking for buys. So I'm using my fib from this low so far to this high, and I want to pay attention to any fair value gap that is within my discount. I don't care whatever happens, maybe above or this fair value gap right there. I don't care. I won't be taking that one. I want to take a fair value gap that is within my discount. So I'm waiting, and I see price keeps pushing, creates another high right there, and I'm having this fair value gap now here, which is the biggest one so far, right? I have that fair value gap right there, and from here, I'm already placing my long position. I know I was sort of placing my position on the premium zone, but this fair value gap is too big. I was like, okay, you know what? What the hell? I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to make my entry right there. I don't care. Uh, I see that I was thinking about placing my stop loss below this low, but then I was also thinking, it's Friday. I don't want to be playing around. Probably it's going to be choppy or something. So I'd rather just stay safe and just put it just below the manipulation move. This low is supposed to be protected. So, I mean, I'm just going to leave it like that. Where I was aiming my target, and of course, this high that was creating New York session, right? This is the closest one. This is my buy side liquidity, the nearest buy side liquidity that I have right there, right? Okay, but especially I was using the fib to measure my projection. Okay, so basically right here we have this manipulation move. So I'm going to be using the fib from the low to the high. Okay, from the low to the high of the manipulation move, and I'm going to use the projections standard deviation right here. And if you want to check what the settings are, I recommend you watching my playlist. I do have a video based on standard deviation projections. So it's going to be on the top right corner right here if you want to check it. All right. So from here, I just went a little bit on the left. Let's go on 5 minutes just to check 1 second here. So you see the standard deviation is marking me here, this area. It's the most important area between 2 and 2.5 right there. Okay, so targeting that area is normally the best, I would say. But if you look, for example, here, you do have also 2 points right there, buy side liquidity. You could easily aim to that, right? But I decided to aim to this area, to the number 2 right there on the standard deviation. Why there? You can still aim higher, probably this highs, but this is there for a reason. This sort of settings is there for a reason. So most of the times when price reaches this area, it will reverse. So um, watch out for that. Okay, so just be careful. Don't be that greedy. That's a nice TP, anyways. That would be like a 1 2 3. That's a 1 2 3 risk reward right there. So we wait for the price to then pull back. Price comes back down. You see it mitigates my fair value gap. And then it started to get a little choppy, a little slow. I'm not taking partial profits. I'm not putting stops to break even just yet. I want to see my first target, which is this buy side liquidity, being taken before I even think about putting it on break even. So I'm waiting for this thing. Price even comes back down. You see to my entry point, it sweeps another liquidity right here, sweeping this low one more time, right? And then from there, we see the price actually starts moving, boom, and now you have that projection right there. Price starts going up, boom, 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 it struggles a little bit, pulls back down, and then ends up actually hitting the TP right there. So it took about an hour and 10 minutes or so for this TP to be hit. And not just that, look at what happened. And this is what I mentioned, that whenever the price actually reaches the zone, normally tends to retrace, right? If I go on 5 minute time frame, look at what happened. We have the market is sweeping this previous high after touching that reversal zone right here. We have that buy side liquidity. Here would be our market structure shift. If you were interested in looking for sales, now all you have to do is wait for displacement to the downside. What happens? Boom, boom, boom. Look at that strong displacement, market structure shift, price pulling back to your OTE. Basically, price is at a premium right now. Look at that, price is in the zone. Let's see. And then from there, boom, look at that meltdown. It was a beautiful drop from there. But similar setup now. We're having the manipulation move. Now we have the market structure shift, pull back to premium, and then that big sell right there. So it gave another opportunity to sellers right there. But you see where the price actually reversed right there from that zone. So after taking my buy, that was it. Like that's it. I only took one trade on that day. So I hope it makes sense. Let me know what you think, guys. And if you like this type of entries and this type of entry model from ICT, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I do have, as I mentioned, a playlist on these concepts. I'm going to leave the link, the little playlist right here at the top on the right corner, so you can watch them. And just let me know what you think. And subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Have a good night.